tinfoil hat. Oh, what the fuck are you guys even talking about?
Global controls will have to be imposed, and a world governing body will be created to enforce them.
Welcome to Tinfoil Hat. We go deep, homeboy. Aaron, open your mind. Drink from the fountain of knowledge. There's lizard people everywhere. That's some interdimensional shit. Wake up, Aaron.
This is only the beginning.
Dude, you just blew my mind.
Are you ready to get your mind blown?
Fountain of
And the gods have made it happen. The gods have looked down on this podcast and said, bring the tribes together. And we have done that here at this awesome episode. Joining me, as always, 2 shows in a row. You ask for him, you get him. Here he is. He's got a brand new show on Rockfin called Look Into It. My brother from another mother, Eddie Bravo.
Thank you very much.
Dude, I'm so
We
blessed.
never do 2 shows in a row, but I had to be on this Jim Brewer episode. There's just no way I'm going to skip this one.
And, super excited to have him on. Always been a big fan of his, but over the last year or so, became a super duper fan. He's got a podcast called the Brewerverse. Please welcome Jim Brewer. How are you, brother?
You did a great job trying that.
I'm trying that.
He throws everyone off. You went brew. You do what I do.
Yeah.
You go like, hey, keep going. Anyway,
I am mumble mouth. I don't know how I make a living talking, but I am a mumble mouth. Jim, man,
So nice.
honor and a privilege, man, to have you on. Thanks for joining us on our podcast. You're going to be putting this out all to your places, so it's an honor to be on your podcast. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. I little injured for the time being. I pulled a calf muscle or tore the calf muscle 2 nights ago in Tampa. I literally thought someone threw something at me on stage. I was bouncing around and I felt a pop. I felt like, and it was the night after the Oscars, and I turned around, I'm like, are we throwing shit now? and I realized the crowd, no one was looking weird, and there was nothing on the stage. I got really confused, and then I took a step. I was like, oh, this is not good. So, yeah, I got to get an MRI and whatever. I'm going out for like 12, 13 days, but whatever. I'll be on crutches. I don't care.
Man.
I'll be a sit-down comic. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. You'll get your own sitcom. I am. The warranty's up on this body, bro. The warranty's up, and everything needs repairs, and it doesn't matter. It's hurt, but that's where we are, dude.
You should get stem cells. I just got stem cells on my shoulder. I have a torn labrum, and I got stem cells in my back. I had back surgery, and now the vertebrae on top of the back surgery is like bulging. So they shot me up, went to Mexico, Tijuana. It's first rate, man. I know it's not like Tijuana, but dude, this hospital is called Chipsa. Man, it's they fixed this shoulder. I went a year ago and they did this one. This shoulder's 100%. Now we went on the other
back?
side. I did go back. I went last week.
And how's it? It's feeling great?
Well, it takes a couple months, 2-3 months to regenerate and regrow shit, but it's fucking awesome, man. It's a cancer hospital, and they have the latest cancer shit there, but they also do stem cells too.
That's fucking
Chipsa.
great.
They're awesome.
So Eddie was fanboying out before the show. Loves all your movies.
Oh, Half Baked? Are you kidding? You remember back in the day? I think it was 1998, where if you got a black box, like if you had like a black illegal pay-per-view box, like they just show the movie like all day on a loop, right? So I had Matrix all day on a fucking loop. Saw Matrix 1 a million times, and also Half Baked. I knew there was a time where me and the girlfriend I had back in the day, she was a stripper. I used to DJ at a strip club. So I was forced to date strippers. Normal girls would never date me. But anyways, we would just sit there and watch. That thing would just be on all fucking day. And that's right. It was right when I started smoking weed too. Right when I started smoking weed, I see Half Baked, and it fucking blew me away. But my friends that were stoners their whole life, they thought it was silly. They're like, what is this? I go, you guys don't think this is the greatest fucking movie ever? it's a movie for because in the beginning it shows how they got into it when they were kids and they accidentally smoked weed or not accidentally, but they were in an alley and then they went into a 7-Eleven. That shit was the funniest thing for me because when you first start smoking weed, you get the munchies real bad. I don't get them anymore. I've been smoking weed forever now, but when you first start smoking, you get munchies like you eat a gigantic family bag of Skittles and you just can't fucking stop. So Half Baked crushed me. I thought it was the greatest fucking movie ever, man. I mean, we would do a thing where on default, if we didn't have anything to talk about, I would just say a line from the movie and the game was, if you didn't say the line right after it, you're a fucking asshole. So like, you're not paying attention? What's wrong with you? You don't know the next line? Who's coming with me? Who's coming with me? Jan. Jan. Can you be my girlfriend? She goes, I'm gay.
I'm gay. Oh, good for you, man.
Good. What's
Good
that
for
like?
you,
What's
man.
that like?
What was that like?
Oh man.
Oh man, that was like when I was in. What year did Half Baked come out around?
Like
98.
It was 98 then, yeah.
So like I
98.
don't know when Dazed and Confused came out, but all my buddies smoked weed all the time, and literally for 1 year straight, you would go over and they would just watch fucking Dazed and Confused every day, all the time, every day, and they would just say the lines as they were going.
Yeah, totally. It's fucking hot in here. Is there a T-shirt I could wear? You guys have like a tinfoil hat T-shirt or something, or like a wife beater or something.
Just take off your shirt,
Fuck
bro.
no. Okay, I'll sweat. I'm just gonna sit here and sweat.
So, Jim, man, I've been following you for a long time, and I've been really enjoying the journey that you've been on. I've watched you kind of, Eddie sent me when you were on Kume's show, and he was, you were kind of talking about how you got to where you are in terms of your views of the world. And when did that, for those who didn't see that interview, where did your journey start into what we would call, quote unquote, conspiracies and all that stuff? How long have you been into this kind of way of seeing the world?
To be dead honest with you, probably right before 9/11. I mean, when the first Gulf War kicked in, even before that, I was already into it. But when the first Gulf War kicked in, and I saw that they created a channel 24/7 for you to stare at, and everyone was talking about it, I went, "Wow, this is a whole new level of mind control."
Yeah.
And then I saw how they started branching out news, and I tried to talk about it on stage, and people thought I was a full-blown loony bin, and you're a stoner, and blah blah blah. And then I got into the whole 9/11 thing right as it happened, and people like, "Oh, are you some kind of hippie?" Like, people get really pissed, and so I had to just keep it amongst my tightest friends, and I would talk about it on my radio show a bunch when I was on satellite radio, and the whole news and the mind control and programming from the beginning of time, I saw it coming a mile away. So I got to say, when all this started happening, as frustrated as I was and still continue to be, I'm also relieved to see how many people now see it and are now at least questioning or thinking about it, and how many deep levels there truly are. I mean, I even with Hollywood, when I was on SNL, I'd be like, how does no one know this about half these people? Like, how do they not know this person is gay? And not that there's anything wrong with it, but they pretend they're married and they're an awesome power couple. Like, it's totally a lie. How does this person? It's been a long time for me, not until recently now do I feel not relieved, but wow, now I know I'm not the only one, and more people. That's why I would watch Eddie on Rogan. I'm like,
What?
baby.
Oh shit!
Spreading.
I'm getting chills.
Spreading. Other people, and I see Joe give the old, he kind of pretend you're nuts, but I knew you weren't nuts. I think deep down he knew you weren't nuts either. We all have to be careful to a degree because you are dealing with an organization or organizations
Of death.
that will take you out. It's that simple, but the fire is so big and wide and spread now that it's fascinating to watch it unravel.
I'm a crazy person, so I was walking my dog, just talking to myself, right? And I was just kind of thinking about like all the things like on this show that Eddie and everybody on the show have said, and the stuff that you've been talking about, Jim, and how like over time, like we're more right than we're wrong. I would say we're batting 950 at this point. We would be like the greatest baseball player of all time if we had a batting average, right? And but they'll never admit that. And it's like they know it. And what we scare them because everything's so corporate now that you need 1,000 people to give you a green light to get the dumbest fucking gig possible, that you have to bend over backwards in agreement just so nobody hates you.
And it really baffled my mind. It really frustrated me when I started seeing people apologizing, and it would just piss me off. And I wanted to talk for them. Like, dude, what are you apologizing for? What do you would take, I remember Hank Azaria or I apologize. I love the guys apologizing for doing a voiceover on a cartoon. How about being pissed at the creators and the network that allows it? So people started taking a hit for people. It bothers me that you allow corporations to control what you say, what you do, the work you make, and they still continue. They are the demonic, soul-sucking, soulless parts of our society. Their job is to take out the humanity in everything, take out the soul in everything, and just now control you in a demonic, soulless empire of slavery. That's all it is. It's slavery. And some people get triggered by that word. There's many levels of slavery. Mental slavery is by far the most powerful. And that's what they do. Years ago, people were like, oh yeah, I sold my business for, and you think you're doing a good thing, and you think like, oh yeah, I'm getting paid out. Little did you know that was the beginning of their game. I would see it in ball players, Citibank and PNC and AT&T, and then you'd have ball players going, we're just doing our best and looking for the correct pitch. And we exercise that. Like, what am I talking to? A robot? I want to see a ball player. No offense to ball players, but I'm dumb as rocks. Let them be dumb as rocks. They hit balls. That's what they do. They're straight out of high school. I want to see a guy going, dude, he threw me inside and he should have known I was going to take him deep, and I know his family was watching because this is a big game for him.
Yeah.
Like that. It's a
I totally agree with that.
Sucking monster.
So a couple of shows are going on right now. You got Winning Time, which is about the Showtime Lakers. Okay. And
that's a good one, though.
It's so great, right?
Yeah.
It's so great. And you just look at it and like, it's like how fun everything was then. And everyone's always like, oh dude, it's like, was that great? Was that great back then? I'm like, we could have that again. We could. If you guys would just stop snitching on each other and just trying to throw people under the bus because you've realized that you're not good enough. Your dreams aren't going to happen. So you've decided to do this Hail Mary pass where everything's okay to stitch on each other. It's like unfucking believable. Like, we could have this fun again. People could live their life. Do you think all those women that were hanging out with Jerry Buss getting free do you think they hated life?
No.
Do you think they were like just hopped up on prescription medication? Like, Really? I mean, like, I don't want your pronouns in your Twitter bio. I want to know what prescription medications you're on. Tell me what you're taking before I hear your tweet. We can have all that again.
You know, the crazy thing about sports is you grow up and everyone says, dude, sports are just a distraction, you know, and you hear that. It's like the Roman emperor, you know, the fucking circuses for the peasants and all that. And you know that, and you kind of know that, and you're like, as a conspiracy theorist, you're like, yeah, that's true, it's a distraction. But now, with all this shit, now we know for a motherfucking fact exactly who's involved in all this bullshit.
Yeah.
And we know what the distraction is. So now, well, you think like, oh shit, it's a fact now that sports, in all sorts of different shit, but sports is like one of the main ones, is meant to distract you, to give you, because they know the slaves only have a certain amount of time to do research. Like they got to figure it out. The Nazis got to figure it out. They got 6 hours throughout the week to look into shit. So fucking let's slam them 3 hours with fucking basketball, football, or whatever. So like we know that. Like, we know the major sports organizations are involved in all this bullshit.
100%.
We know this. But this is the crazy thing is I know that it's confirmed now, but now I use football for distraction because they want us distracted so that we don't pay attention. But guess what? I fucking pay attention all fucking day.
Yeah.
I pay attention all day.
Yeah.
And I need a couple hours to not pay attention. So I got to get on football. So I need football. Like, I don't want to hear about Biden for a couple hours.
Yeah.
I watch Rock Docs and fucking Cleveland Browns. I use the distractions on purpose because it's okay for me because I'm balls deep. I wake up, dude. Alex Jones is texting me shit. So all day, I'm on top of what's going on. All day. And then you know what? At night, I skip all the fucking politics. I go, I did this for 6 hours already. I need some bullshit ass documentary on Depeche Mode. You know what I mean? That's what I need. I want to know how they produced the synthesizer for Violator. Let me see that for fucking 2 hours.
Guess what? There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's how it should be.
I use it. You know, people say a weed, like they say weed. Oh shit, weed is going to make you dumb. It's going to make you fucking whatever. I'm like, shit. It could make you dumb. Like Joe has a perfect analogy. He goes, weed is like a hammer. You could use it to bang it over your head, or you could use it to build a house. That's exactly how I look at sports now.
Yeah.
Sports, I'm like, I get it. It's the initial reason for it is to distract us so we don't pay attention to how they're ripping us off and how they're enslaving us. But I'm so balls deep into that shit. Now I use it for fucking therapy.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that, in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
And because you know when the bullshit's coming, right?
Yeah.
You know what? You can see it from a mile away, so you kind of like not listen to that. Just get back to the game. And it's very interesting because there used to be a time where you didn't talk politics, you didn't do that. But I think they're so desperate now because it's gotten worse with sports and everything else because we don't listen to their media anymore. So they have to try to bang it into us. Like, I'm sorry, that Chris Rock smack is sad, and I'm sad for Chris Rock. We can say some people want to think it's fake or whatever. But you know what's more embarrassing to me? The fucking Ukrainian president at the Grammys. You let a dude who's trying to convince these influencers to influence their listeners to send their sons and daughters to go die for bankers. Like I'm like, I don't know if I can go back to the Grammys after that. That's way more dangerous than a smash.
Trash. As soon as George Soros and Marina Abramovic are saying "Stand for Ukraine," I'm like, wait a minute.
Get the fuck
what the
out
fuck?
of here.
Wait. Marina Abramovic came out and said "Stand for Ukraine."
Yeah.
Who let that chick out?
Yeah.
They gotta bury that. They gotta keep her hidden. And then how about when they made her like the spokesperson or for Google or whatever,
Microsoft.
And then they pulled it. They pulled the plug on that shit quick. Can you imagine? Like George Soros, like, who put Marina Abramovic on the commercial? Like that dude is hung, dude. They hung that dude. Like, because I thought it would be a great idea.
It's just unbelievable. I was
That was
so
the worst
offended.
idea ever.
I was so offended when I saw that guy talking. I go, dude, what are you doing, man? You're just trying to brainwash poor kids to go die for bankers. That's all you're doing. So you get these fucking rich kids who've been juiced into these positions of musicians and all that stuff, and they're going to go around and turn to their fans on TikTok and all these other things and convince them to go and die for bankers. In a war that most of these kids who are fans of these people, these artists, couldn't find the Ukraine on the map if you put a gun to their head.
Yeah.
Madness. Pure madness. Madness. Now, I didn't see it. I haven't watched the screen. I haven't watched TV, sports, nothing in over two and a half years. Matter of fact, my daughter will have something on, and my wife will have something. I just plow right through it. It just, I can't do it.
It's really hard, especially movies. Everybody knows blockbuster movies are part of the propaganda. They're trying to hit you from all sides: entertainment, news, fucking sitcoms.
Exactly.
They're trying it seems like every goddamn movie has a purpose. Right?
I love the whole Disney stuff coming out right now. It used to piss me off when I would tell people, like, rewatch Pinocchio. Like, what? Like, they talk about Pleasure Island. So if that was happening back then when they wrote it and it aired, imagine how long this has been real, and how do they keep this a secret? And I even today I was talking to someone like, what are you, Disney? They're like, explain to me what that scene means when they're in the pub and the fox says to the fat dude at the fat gnarly looking group, he goes, the fat guy goes, you want to make some real money? And the fox goes, yeah. He goes, I'm talking real money.
Oh, shit.
He goes, we steal dumb little boys and we bring them to Pleasure Island. And the fox goes, oh, what? And then he starts whispering in the fox's ear what they're doing to the kids in Pleasure Island. And you see the fox's eyes going, what? And then he goes, but. And then the guy goes, no, they don't come back as little boys.
Damn. We need that scene. Can we find that scene?
Demonic.
It's got to be on Playboy
creepy
or
scene,
on YouTube.
and they basically put it out there. And then they have little animals in cages going to Pleasure Island. They show you what Epstein's Island is. Now, saying this 20 years ago, I'm a lunatic. Now people are like, yeah, what is that bar scene in Pinocchio? What is this really about? It's creepy, satanic, and evil.
I mean, it's a character's name, Geppetto. I mean, his name is Geppetto. Pedo.
Whoa.
Right? I mean, the guy's name is... all he wants is a little boy.
What are you, one of them conspiracy theorists?
Do we have the scene? Is this it?
What are you, a dope smoker? Watch out,
is
creepy.
this the
It's
scene?
called
Let's
the
see it.
pub scene.
Let's see it. The pub scene.
Well, this is just as powerful, too. It's the pub scene. Pinocchio.
Oh, there it is. Said
Pub. Oh, there
Yes.
it is. Boom.
Watch how creepy
Oh,
this is.
shit.
There he is. Watch
Let's
what
see
he
it.
says. This is so creepy.
An actor's life for me. I still got in a silver cane. Watch him gold with a diamond chain. Hi diddly day. An actor's life is gay. It's great to be a celebrity. An actor's life for me.
These are Hollywood jackasses that he's representing.
Yeah.
He fell for it.
You said an actor's life is...
Line
Yeah.
and sinker. And he still thinks we're his friends. And did Stromboli pay? Plenty. That's your
This guy's getting a hard on.
honest
Yeah,
John.
this guy...
Hey, Giddy?
Now.
Oh, Coachman?
Dude, did that guy just get nutted
What's your
on his face?
proposition?
Did you see that?
Yeah. Now this guy lays in.
Would you blokes like to make some real money? Well, and who do we have to, No, nothing like that. You see?
He's looking around.
Yep.
He's looking around. They're both looking around.
I'm collecting stupid little
Oh my!
You know,
Oh, wait.
disobedient ones what play hooky from school. Oh, and you see,
And watch how he ends it. Watch what he says at the end.
They're telling him to whisper.
to Pleasure Island.
Pleasure Island.
Pleasure Island. Pleasure Island? But the law. Suppose they... No, there's no risk. They never come back as boys.
Oh my!
Dude.
How do you not? I would like anyone from Disney to explain that. Explain to me. That's from 1940. He clearly says we bring them to Pleasure Island and they don't come back as boys.
Yeah.
Disney has an agenda. They've had an agenda, so does a lot of television.
There's so many layers to conspiracy theories. You know, how are you? Have you ever looked into like the moon landing and shit like that? NASA.
Oh, that's so doofy. It's the fact that people still buy that really.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. You know, Walt Disney and Werner von Braun were tight, and they basically Werner von Braun was the Nazi from Operation Paperclip that they snuck in, but they didn't change his name. They put him on camera. He had the German accent. He's directing all the fake moon missions. Him and Walt Disney are fucking jerking each other off. You know.
Now that you mentioned that, why do you think they didn't change his name?
That's crazy. They didn't change his fucking name.
Because, dude, it's very simple, guys. It's very simple.
Why didn't they? They changed
because
all the other
Nazis didn't lose the war.
No, but
Germany won the war.
No, but the question is,
are the Nazis actually Nazis? Who are they really? That's another big
Yeah, they're probably
question.
They're probably not even Nazis. They're probably just using that just to like distract. There's probably some other name for them that like fucking some kind of demonic name.
I'm always very, when you start like, hey, you can't talk about that. That always makes me go, well, what are you hiding?
Exactly.
Yeah, let's get into that. What are your thoughts on that, Jim? We'll talk about anything here.
Yeah, they're putting and when YouTube puts a label up on a video, as soon as you mention a fucking word, there's something up right there. Why are you putting labels up? They never put labels up for Pentagon whistleblowers or Office of Naval Intelligence whistleblowers on UFOs. Like guys that like they're coming out and say, I saw UFOs. I used to, I'm in the Pentagon. And back then, you would think like, oh my God, this is legit. This guy's from the Pentagon. He says he saw UFOs. And that guy's not in trouble. He wrote a book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're writing books. Like they're not in trouble. All the UFO sighting videos, I was balls deep in UFOs, Jim. I was balls fucking deep. I thought the government is fucking hiding UFOs from us. They got all these secret programs. They had me hook, line, and sinker, man. They want everybody to believe in UFOs. That's why there's all these fucking Star Wars and Star Trek. They want that shit. So when the Nazis came over from Operation Paperclip, they said, this is like 1946, they said, you guys aren't fucking scaring your people with UFOs? And they were like, no, dog. We got to get right on that. So right away, 1947, Roswell, boom! And they blow that shit up. And then right after that, all these fucking comic books with UFOs, Mars attacks. The 50s had all those crazy Mars fucking alien movies. They blew that shit up. They blew it up. Yeah, those are the worst. Yeah. E.T. Think about E.T. How big E.T. was in Star Wars, Battlestar Galactica, anything space. They greenlight that shit. They don't care what the story's about. They go, you're gonna show space and planets in the background. I don't give a fuck what you guys write. Just show fucking planets and space, okay? We don't give a fuck.
I mean, that's what they're doing with, you guys have older kids. Our kids are almost a little bit, yours is a little older than mine. But you watch kids' TV today.
All space.
It's just space, dinosaurs.
Space and dinosaurs. You go to you go to the buying clothes. They got dinosaurs and space all over their NASA for kids. NASA spends more money on their fucking merchandising department than they do going to fucking space. Everybody walking around fucking NASA. If you're wearing a NASA t-shirt and it's not a parody, you're not making fun of it, man, they got you. You're in a fucking trance, dog. NASA's hilarious. It's hilarious. International Space Station been floating up there for 25 years at going 17,000 miles an hour. No video of them putting it up. No video of them pictures putting it up. Like, how the fuck did you put it up there? It would just appeared. Oh, we got an International Space Station up there. We threw it up there last week.
It's just
so silly. They're gonna crash it because they know they can't keep it going forever. Eventually, they gotta say, "Oh, it crashed into the fucking Black Sea or some shit." Watch, they're gonna say that.
None of my kids believe it. I have a 23, 20, 17. They all know it's doofy as hell.
Beautiful.
It's doofy.
Beautiful. Man.
Nobody. It's so stupid, especially when you see. It's just so doofy.
Yeah.
They can't keep. Well, how do we get back? Well, we lost it. You lost the information.
They destroyed the technology.
You're the same person still wearing a mask and getting the booster shot.
Can you find Don Pettit? I would go back to the moon in a nanosecond, except we lost the technology to do that. We destroyed the technology, and it's been a painful process. Yeah, that guy, Don Pettit, that guy is the spokesperson for NASA, and that guy is 100% mentally
compromised.
Yes, that's what it is, dude. Listen to him talk, dog.
100%.
Don Pettit. They use that guy. It's a joke. That guy's the. I don't know what that is. That sounded like
that's an artist.
That's Don Pettit's band right there. That's what it That's what it would sound like if he fucking played guitar. Dude, that guy's hilarious. There's a Don Pettit in space Instagram a profile. Fucking hilarious, dude. They just crushed that dude. Don Pettit in space.
Well, you kind of watch like all these people who are like the press secretaries for what's going on. And they just sit there, and their whole job is to spin bullshit.
Jen Psaki, oh my fucking
just
God.
spin bullshit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's a protector.
How do they train? How do they decide? What kind of training did she have? Can you imagine? Like, she's fucking good, dude. She's good. They're throwing, these motherfuckers are waking up in front of her, throwing like shit at her, and she's like, he doesn't work for me. Next, boom. He doesn't work for the government, boom. She's just deflecting all that Hunter Biden shit, man.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. It's just like.
Yeah, but then she tested positive and now she's leaving.
Yeah, she's going
not a coincidence.
Oh, here we go.
All the stars. Jim Carrey's going, you know what? I'm not going to act for a while.
Here we go. Check this out.
Painful process to build it back.
Go to the moon.
Rewind it one more time.
Between the lines. Take a listen.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology. And it's a painful process to build it back again. But going to Mars should be one of the next series of steps that humans do. The first step should be going back to the moon for a number of...
Hold on. We can't go to the moon.
They destroyed the technology. We destroyed the technology.
But we should go to Mars.
Dude, #destroy technology.
Hilarious.
Should fucking be huge, dude. #destroy technology.
It's like, dude, that makes 0 sense.
Yeah, like
what
were they
you just
thinking?
said is the greatest statement ever. We can't get back to the moon because we don't have. The only thing missing is big buck teeth and crossing their eyes. We can't get back to the moon because we don't have the technology, but we are working on getting to Mars. And there's people going, what are you, some kind of conspiracy theorist? I go, yeah, that's what I am.
Dude, your parrot, like, oh, the new variant. You could do that with that. We're going to Mars. We're going to Mars. We're going to Mars.
We lost the technology. Going to Mars. Help Ukraine. Help Ukraine. Good and bad.
Hunter Biden, Hunter Biden. Not true, not true. Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's the funniest shit I've heard in a long
There's a
time.
million cockatoos running around the world.
Dude, you could do that parrot for everything. You could do that parrot for fucking... That parrot can be like a character in a cartoon somewhere, man. That's the funniest fucking parrot ever, dude. That parrot knows everything. That parrot is just brainwashed. It just watches and there's a parrot, and they leave CNN like they have a parrot in a cage, and CNN is on like 24 hours.
Right. It's just staring at it going.
And then it's just all day. So when his owner comes home, he turns off the TV. He don't have time to watch it. He just wants to hear the parrot. And he gets all this news from the parrot. And he goes out there and then he hangs out with his buddies and he's all like, yeah, you know, we're going to Mars. You hear we're going to Mars? Because how do you know? I saw it on the news. My parrot told me.
It's unbelievable. And I can tell who still watches CNN based on who is still wearing masks.
It used to be really hard to tell how stupid people were,
Yeah.
right? It used to be really hard. So that's one good thing about the scam, right? The scamdemic is now right away. You want to get into business with somebody?
Yeah.
You know what? Let's go meet at fucking California Pizza Kitchen and just see. And you get there like 5 minutes early and see when he's walking up. Is he wearing a mask from his car?
100%.
You're like, okay, the deal is off, dog.
No.
I am not doing business with you if you're fucking wearing a mask. No way, dog. Still, maybe the first 6 months I get it. You don't know what the fuck's going on. You weren't paying attention. You were watching fucking football. I get it. But even Joe's got a bit where he comes up and he goes, dude, that first month, dude, I was scared. I was like, damn, people going to be dropping. He goes, but by December 2020, when someone came up to me and said, oh, my neighbor's boss's uncle's best friend died of COVID. And then he go, was he fat? Was he just fat?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
100%, dude.
so Joe admitted it. Like at first he didn't know. And you know what, dude? Before this shit happened, if you were paying attention, you saw that shit a month before it happened. Like, dude, are they gonna do a pandemic? And we're just watching.
Yeah.
Look what they're doing. And then you look at China, and then they're pretending like they're covering it up. Like, it's gonna happen. They go, oh, new case. We found a case in Seattle or some shit. 3 in fucking Miami. Like, oh, they're gonna pull this. They're gonna do it. It's green light fucking go. And you know what was green light go about it? Everything was like, projected 33 million people gonna die. Oh, 33 new cases in Thailand. 33 new cases. There was 33 everywhere. Like I think that was Red Team Go. I think 33 is like Red Team Go. Everybody goes, okay, let's do it. It's time.
Yeah, 100%.
Dude, there's like literally 1,000 33s and 33 new cases. 33 people died in fucking Hong Kong. And I'm like,
Eddie,
damn, that's fucking
you're
Red
onto
Team Go.
something there.
That's
I've been
Red
looking
Team
for
Go.
that video. Someone made a compilation. My wife and I both saw it. The number 33, we all know what that represents. Everywhere, every single day, it was like, 12 more cases, which now brings the state to 33.
Yes,
We had 33
yes,
cases today.
yes,
We had
yes.
11 cases, which now it's 33. 33 more people. I'm going, oh my God, how dumb do you have to see to not understand this is going on?
Yeah, that was green light. That's
I'm
like
not gonna lie to you.
green lit.
I thought, that was green light go. We're off to the races.
Yeah.
And they had me. I called bullshit I was on stage calling bullshit. Then it came. My agent was, you got to be careful. I'm like, it's bullshit. However, this is when I knew it was full blown bullshit. When they were like, we need ships and the hospital's going to be overflowing. And you remember Trump brought in ships to New Jersey?
Yeah, and LA.
New York, LA, Baltimore.
Empty.
And then what those ships do, they left with no one on them.
Yep.
And no one said a word.
Yeah.
No one said a word. Yeah, no, it's just, where are the ships going? I thought, we don't need them. I'm sorry. What did you just say? The military does not need the extra beds? And we're just going to pretend we didn't hear that? That was the beginning of, whoa, there's something. This is like a war. We're in the middle of a war.
Yeah,
Well, you know, when
it was
people-
the New World Order just coming out. You know, we've been talking about it. Alex Jones been talking about it.
It's the final purge, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's like when they were telling you, like, the hospitals are overrun. You're like,
Oh,
that's
God.
what hospitals do.
Look at this. Look at
that.
this shit.
33.
Hospitals.
That's green.
33.
That's
33.
that's their signal. Their signal is
Oh,
like
wow, you got to send that to me.
Look at
I'm
that
so
shit.
glad you're showing this
What?
because look at that 33, 33, 33. The sign of the Mason, the sign
And it's
of the
all within a
of
few
the
months.
New
on
World
2020.
Order and all of it, and the fact that people refuse to even acknowledge that is more mind-boggling.
And those are articles, right? Like each one you click on.
Yeah.
33-year-old.
Yep.
And you still see it in the news today. 33. I saw it in some feed someone sent me. It was all 33. I'm like, do you not understand what that is?
That means
Like,
it's
what are
time
the
to go.
chances
We
of
got
that, Johnny? Like what are they? Yeah, there's someone
Of
that's
course, if
done.
you try to go to the original source for this, it's just like
So,
they
John,
killed it.
but there was also a time.
What's the 17?
Well, there's also
17 is the 17th. When people talk about 17 all the time, that's on the other
Trump
side
says
of
it
33.
all the time. 17, 17,
that's
17,
Q.
17.
That's Q.
That's
That
Q.
means, yeah. That's the 17th letter of the alphabet is Q. That's the.
That I knew, but like, are they the good?
I don't know. Could be a trick. It's either it's good cop, bad cop, or it is the a counter to the New World Order. There's either we're either experiencing a great awakening or the great reset.
I think we're having
we
a
don't know. We
great
don't.
awakening. I think
I
we
hope
really
so.
are.
I
I mean,
hope
like,
so.
you could say whatever. I say this and I'll die on this fucking hill. Like, whatever Q was, I get it. You know, trust the Patriots, trust the plan, trust Trump. That didn't work. That was I know that was somewhat of a big thing, but think about, dude, everyone learned about Epstein. Everybody learned about fucking Russiagate. All this stuff.
All
came
the
from that.
corporations, everything's being exposed. Now we're seeing who the fuck is part of the Team Demon, right? There's Team
Right.
Demon and Team Freedom. Now we know who's on Team Freedom and who's on Team Demon. You know what I mean? I know
Right.
Jim Brewer's not on Team Demon, but most of the fucking people in Hollywood movies are. You know, but
Well, they
the
don't
ones-
even know they are. I mean, some do, but some are just like bending over backwards in this attempt to go.
No,
get
they're
hit.
bending over forwards. Believe me. In
Yeah,
Hollywood.
okay, true. But they're taking in the ass in this hopes of this Hail Mary pass
Yeah.
that gets
Yeah.
completed, and they get all the bells and whistles and prizes, but none of them ever look happy. I mean, none of them look happy at all. I've
Right.
never seen anybody that got everything they wanted and they seem fucking really happy in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Now we have friends of ours like Rogan who's doing all this stuff on his own. He seems pretty fucking happy. But the people who work within this system never seem fucking happy. Ever. And they lie to the next generation all the fucking time.
Hollywood is crumbling, dude. Who goes to the movies anymore?
I'm with you, Johnny.
Remember
Johnny
when the
does.
movies were a fucking thing you looked forward to?
Yeah.
And now
Nobody.
the cool thing is I really enjoy and I love talking about going back and just going through all the fucking big movies and all the big genres. I love it. Just trying to figure out what the propaganda was. Because anything that was giant, anything that was blockbuster, in my opinion, it had
Wow.
to be, there had to be some propaganda in it. You know what I mean? When you look at like the whole vampire genre, what is that? It's
Adrenochrome.
yeah, it's like getting people to like drinking blood for immortality, but in a fantasy kind of way. They push vampire like a motherfucker, dude. They push it like biting the neck, and girls like getting bit in the neck, and then sucking blood. You want to live. You want the deal, you know. And then by the time you start rooting for Dracula, and then the girl's like, oh, I want to bite me so I can live with you forever. Like, are we rooting for Dracula now?
Yeah.
And then Twilight, man, Twilight, dude, whoever came up with Twilight, they gave that motherfucker an island. They'll give him an island. Because Twilight was fucking brilliant for the Illuminati, right? They
The
gave
number
that
one
guy 2
pedophile.
islands.
He's a
right?
pedophile the whole time.
That guy's fucking set for life. Dude, there's gotta
Eddie
be
is on
there's
it.
gotta be an Illuminati. You know, we have our history and we know our history's fake. They laugh at our history. They make up but they got a history. I think everything's a psychological operation. Everything.
100%.
Music genres, movies, everything is a psychological operation. So you gotta go back and you gotta start analyzing everything. You think they just started this COVID shit? You think they just started this new shit? They've been doing COVID forever. They've been doing COVID forever. This is just the biggest one where the fucking New World Order is finally being exposed. You know, it used to be crazy when you said New World Order. Even though George fucking Herbert, whatever the fucking Walker Bush, he would say, it's time for a New World Order on national TV. Time for a New World Order. It's fucking time for a New World Order. And everyone said, dude, New World Order, you're crazy. Go, dude, that motherfucker's talking about it. He's talking about it.
They all say it.
Yeah.
They all say it.
New World Order, New World Order.
They all are saying it.
Yeah.
New World Order, New World Order.
Are you into
New World Order?
We're all united.
Especially in Europe, the New World Order is not even a dirty word there. They just use it all the time in Europe. It's like the future.
Well, you know, it's so interesting because, I think that, whatever the internet is, it's been a gift to humanity, in my humble opinion. There's a lot of negative that comes with it. We're getting, it's like you got fucking Twitter, you got Instagram, you got Facebook. Yeah, they're collecting our data, but it's a permanent record. I don't believe any history before the internet, right? Before I started fucking doing research into everything and checking it out. But now we have this permanent record. Guys, we would have gone to war with Iran when they attacked our precious drone. You remember they tried to do it? They hit our drone. Oh my God, they hit our drone. We're like, nah, man, we've seen this before. This Ukraine shit, dude, when those BioLab, that story came out, I got called an idiot again. I go, dude, how many times they gotta be right before you go, maybe he's on to something?
We gotta start over all the time. They come out with some new shit, and everybody who's like, oh, they're lying about that, now you believe this shit.
Yeah.
And then you gotta wait. Time reveals the truth. And then we gotta wait now. Fuck, we gotta wait 6 more months before you dumb motherfucker. It's the same people saying whatever Pelosi and Biden, whatever they're saying, it's bullshit. There's just no way. There's no way whatever's coming out of Pelosi's mouth, whatever she says. Well, you gotta go with the opposing argument.
It's
100%,
all George
100%.
Bush death clam, bro. That's what it is. If you get the R's and D's, dude, Fox News can suck it, man. But you know what, dude? What MSNBC's doing right now is the most disgusting shit I've ever seen.
Crimes against humanity.
100%. So the people who loved Fox News and weapons of mass destruction in the year 2000, 2002 should touch dicks with the people who are into COVID, into Ukraine.
Maybe they switched.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe they switched. That's the game. They start here. Hey, they're the bad guys. Then they switch over here, just like Democrats, Republicans. It's professional wrestling on a whole level that's just unimaginable.
So we're all from
looking this way. There are good guys. Oh shit! Oh my god! Oh shit! Everything's infiltrated at every. When you start running that way, the beast hides behind here. You start running that way, the beast hides over there. But you're exactly right. It's to me, and I've been saying this from the beginning for years, mass media, all of them should be rounded up for crimes against humanity. They've created wars. They have forced wars. They have forced so much murder. You know how many people could have took ivermectin, hydrochloroquine? You know how many people could have been saved? Their lives could have been saved, and it was purposely put to the side. It's disturbing. It's disgusting. But unfortunately, there's only a small group that gets it, but the rest of the group now are in that mode of, no, that can't really happen because they don't believe the boogeyman exists. They don't believe pure evil exists, and pure evil exists. And it is flourishing.
So when we were young, man, we were coming up, we were watching these kind of teen comedies. Who was the bad guy, right? Who's the bad? They were the jocks. They were the hot girls. Right. They were all the rich white kids.
Yep.
Now if you look at who's the bad guys now, it's all the social justice warriors. Who are they? The rich white kids. It's the same kids.
Same thing.
They're just
Right.
on a different side of the spectrum, which is what Jim's talking about. They just switch teams depending on what the New World Order wants them to act like. So the New World Order before was all about, religion, but this like crazy extremist religion that was like super weaponized,
Turn
right?
people off to push people to liberalism. Yeah, that's what it was. Because growing up, I always thought I was just Democrat. I'm like, I like to fuck. Democrats like to fuck. Okay, I'm a Democrat. To me, Republicans, they wear suits and they're all about family values and they don't like to fuck. I'm a Democrat. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But now, so that's how everybody, like, I was trying to be a rock star my whole life. I was a musician. I'm like, I want to have orgies. I want to have 15,000 people screaming for me. I want to go backstage and have showers with like 20 girls. That's what I want because of what I was fed. I watched Kiss when I was 8 and they had that NBC movie of the week, Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, when they jumped the goddamn shark. They jumped the guy in 1978. Everybody, all the hardcore Kiss fans from the early 70s, that's when they left because all the little kids were all into Kiss. Now, I was one of those little kids. I was 8 years old. I was one of the reasons why the hardcore Kiss fans left because all of a sudden they're like making NBC movies of the week. And I saw Kiss at fucking Magic Mountain. That's where the movie was set. And everyone's screaming and yelling, and I'm like, fuck, my dad was never around. I was like, starved for love. I'm like, I want to be on stage and people loving me. So my whole life was dedicated to that lifestyle. They got me good, man. They fucking got me good.
Yeah.
But now, I'm deprogrammed from that shit, man. Thank God my music sucked, because if it was good and I went and got signed, if it was good and I got signed in my 20s, shit, I don't know, man.
Right.
I would have been, if someone would have said, hey, dude, you want to go to a fucking island and party with all these bitches? I'd be like, fuck yeah, because, dude, there's a billionaire. He's out in the fucking Caribbean. He's got this island. Let's go private jet. I would have fucking went. I'm like, oh, shit. Why are all people brought their kids? Like, no, dude, those are the bitches. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck did you drag me into? You know what I mean? Thank God my music sucked.
Dude, I'm telling you, this Republican guy, who I think is shady as shit anyways, he kind of came out because he was like doing red flag laws. He's like, you don't understand, man. The reason I did this is because all these vets have guns and this rule and blah, blah. I'm like, you're full of shit, bro. But he was talking about how he would go to these orgies. And he, like, have you seen this guy? He came out, he said he goes to cocaine-filled orgies.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Who's this guy?
Yeah, he just came
Graham
out.
Cawthorn.
Yeah.
And where's he from?
North Carolina.
Yeah, isn't he the guy that like was
He's in a wheelchair.
Is he in a wheelchair? This guy's in a wheelchair?
He is, yeah. They just never show him from the, from the
Cocaine
waist
and
down,
orgies.
So people were inviting the guy in the wheelchair to cocaine and orgies?
Well, and they had him, and you see they pulled him aside. They had the head of the House Republicans was like, I'm going to give him a good talking to. And he pulled him into a little side meeting, and he admitted, quote unquote, that he was lying about that. So.
Oh, they just put, dude, because
They got him.
You don't think that's what got him into
No, that's where they
It's that
get
Hicks
you.
thing, dude. It's that Hicks thing about pulling you into the room with the guys with the cigars. That's what he met those guys after he said that. I guarantee it.
I bet you they lined up to hit that fucking wheelchair guy
And
and just fucking bang him in the ass.
You know what? What's not good for the? I think the Illuminati strategy. I think that they have their think tanks are like, how can we? Any kind of way we can destroy the family, we'll fund it. We'll fund it. Operation Destroy the Family.
Yeah.
Operation, and they probably figured out that self-sufficient people that live out in with their own farms and shit, that's not good for the New World Order. So I think you look at movies, they try to scare you away from the woods, and they demonize like self-sufficient people. They turn them into hillbillies. Look at Deliverance.
Right.
Deliverance. To me, that was the demonized people that were self-sufficient. What did they do to those guys that were just like city guys that just wanted to go on a canoe trip? They butt fucked them. That was the ultimate boom. You wanna go out in the woods? There's people that butt fuck you.
Yeah.
And so people didn't want to go to the woods. Look at all slasher films. They all go to the woods.
Always.
And boom, it's always in the woods. And what are you're trying to get back to the city. As soon as you see the city, you're safe. They run back to the city.
Dude.
Right?
We would talk for hours. This is what me and my friends were talking about for hours. hours.
Oh, you guys have figured that out too. This is a recent thing for me.
Oh my God,
the slasher
It's
films.
so long ago. It's so obvious when you see it.
Yeah.
but other people don't see it that way. They just see
Like
it as
horror
entertainment,
film-
which is fine. But like, I see exactly what you say. Like, they clearly want you out of the woods.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in there. You don't want to be self-sufficient. You don't want to be growing farms.
Yeah.
And this plan's been around for a long.
And then what about Jaws? Jaws. You don't want to go out. They don't want you out in the fucking deep in the ocean. They want you in the land in the city. If you want to go out and fish like on the shore, that's fine, okay? But we can't have you going by Antarctica. We can't have you going too far south because you'll have a fucking military
100%.
escort. You know what I mean? You can't just go out to Antarctica. They think, oh yeah, I have a friend who went out there and he saw the South Pole. Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
shut
Bravo.
the fuck up with that.
So
yeah.
Bravo, after the
It's
first
so
movie,
hard to go.
After the first movie that was made, how long till they started fucking putting a narrative in every movie?
Dude,
I think that's what I think that's what movies were made for. I think entertainment was right from the get go. It had to be hijacked. Like, it wasn't like TV shows.
It was hijacked.
Like right away. Like, I think TV was
television.
Yes.
Television.
Yeah.
What about those
Television.
5 chicks? The View.
Yeah.
Like, they're telling
Right.
you your view. How many times you watch election covers? Here's what you saw. They're telling you. It's not called
Right.
scheduling. It's called
Right.
programming.
Yeah.
It's programming.
For sure.
It's
from
not-
day one. I think television from day one. I think it was the radio at first. And then the
Yes.
new one, they had a fucking Illuminati Davos meeting. They go, dude, check this out. Can you imagine when they presented the goddamn TV and the Rockefellers were like, oh my God, that's
Facebook.
fucking brilliant. The fucking TV was brilliant. Everyone's like just sitting in front of the TV. And then people, when they saw TV for the first time, they're like, finally, we're not going to be brainwashed anymore. We're going to finally be able to see what's going on all over the world, and we're going to be educated. Finally,
Now they're in
we're
your
gonna know
house.
the truth.
Now
Yeah,
they're in
yeah,
your house,
yeah, yeah.
dude.
Because-
They're in your living room. They're putting their people in your fucking
Yeah, it was
living
brilliant.
room.
That dude got a continent. Whoever came up with TV,
yeah.
that guy is in the Illuminati. He's
Probably
like
owns
fucking
Australia.
He's like the George Washington, of the fucking Illuminati. They got fucking,
That's right.
they got gigantic fucking Easter Island type statues of that motherfucker. The television guy, the Illuminati kids learn about that shit in the first grade. I mean, that's like George fucking Washington, dog. You know what I mean? That guy, dude. Imagine how many kids that guy fucked.
The story of Facebook, the movie, is a blatant propaganda lie. It wasn't, dude. They took
Right.
LifeLog, gave it to Mark Zuckerberg because he's probably
Right.
a Rothschild or a Rockefeller.
Right.
Yeah.
Gave it to him. Told those Winklevoss twins, play ball, act like he jacked it from you, and we're going to give you $1 billion. How to do it? They became. It just happened to be they're the first Bitcoin billionaires.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, the Facebook
Think about-
movie. Are you kidding me?
think
The
about when-
Facebook movie?
It's a
what?
lie.
What?
The whole thing's a lie.
Yeah.
It's straight propaganda.
Think about the beginning of MTV.
Oh shit! Are you kidding me?
How do you grab an entire young generation? They discover this over and over and over.
Music.
And that was one. That's another one that's right up there on the Big Island. Like, and
Oh,
here we have the creator of MTV, enslaved generation.
And they're like, yes. They're like, you're just like,
Look at this moron dressed like the lead singer of Duran Duran.
oh, dude, I totally believe every musical genre is a psychological operation. I think hair metal was Operation Get Guys that look like chicks, dude. They got poison. They go. The problem was they blew it up and it worked great. Dude probably got an island for fucking hair metal. Dude probably got an island for hair metal. I had long hair. I had the hoop earrings. I didn't look like Poison. I was like more Guns N' Roses Slayer. I was more like Guns N' Roses Slayer. But I appreciate they made looking like Barbie dolls attractive to women. Women wanted to fuck dudes that look like Barbie. It was like they were almost there. They were almost to the transgender, but it was. They're like, dude, but they're still fucking chicks though.
Yes.
Damn, they're so
Yep.
close. And then they decided they came to the new Davos, and they go, we got a new one. Hair metal's as you see the charts, hair metal is kind of dying. And they go, dude, we have some people working in Seattle. They got a lot of heroin in
got this
Seattle.
agent,
We're
Courtney
gonna
Love.
change this. We're gonna change this. We're going from let's party and fuck as many chicks as we can, raw dog, to let's kill ourselves. They'll cut their hair. They'll cut their hair. They're gonna kill themselves, and they're all on heroin. And they're like, island, get him an island. Get him another island for him.
Everybody gets an island.
Give this boy an island.
You know who's
And
getting
then
the biggest
boom,
island?
They pulled the.
Whoever created gangster rap.
Of course, that guy
got the whole island.
That guy got
Destroyed the
a
whole
piece
community.
of Greenland, dog. That guy got a piece of Greenland. He got his own section. He's got his own border and
He
shit.
got something
They got
on the
their
other
own-
side.
They
of
got their own
Antarctica.
internal problem.
He probably got some
One
whatever.
of the real
Can
continents
you
on the other
imagine?
side.
Can you imagine life on Illuminati fucking continent where nobody knows?
Would that
it's
be
not on Nomads.
Pleasure Island?
It's just like a continent where they all when they all get busted out, they go, okay, dude, you got a lot of heat. We're gonna have to pretend you
We're
died.
gonna send you to
We're
Pleasure
gonna
Island.
and then they
That's
all
where
just
Epstein-
live out their lives in fucking pleasure continent, right? They all go to pleasure. Imagine what that life is like. They still need people like workers. How do they get the
I know.
workers
It's
there?
those people
Right.
who
How do they get the
disappear. It's those
servants?
people who disappear in
Right.
national parks. They just show up and they put to work.
Imagine a show. Imagine a show about a family that lives on Illuminati continent. Nobody knows about it. They got their own history. Their bosses are Illuminati, and it's just a family. They live there. They're servants. They have to take in the ass every now and then. You know what I mean? You don't just clean. You don't just clean their house. You got to suck their dick too. You know what I mean?
It's like working for Arnold.
There's no cops.
Eddie,
There's no cops on
I think you got a
Illuminati
good
Island.
cartoon there. I think you got a cartoon series right there. That's a great cartoon series. The two major guys going, "What shall we think of next?"
And they
Put me in the think tank. Get me my adrenochrome.
Dude, and you know, they got commercials on an Illuminati continent where they're like new fucking adrenochrome, you know, because you know there's people there. You look at some motherfuckers. They ain't drinking the good shit. Some of them motherfuckers are just they're just regular people. They're just regular people. They're just taking the Jack in the Box adrenochrome. They got an Illuminati fucking continent. They got adrenochrome drive-throughs. But that shit's low quality. You know what I mean? And then there's certain motherfuckers, you look at them and like, damn, that guy's getting the good shit. That guy's getting the good shit. You know, I don't want to say any names, but
Say
you know,
some names.
You know, some guys are getting the good shit at the top, and then some guys are getting the bad shit. Damn.
Yes.
Some guys are getting. You look at you're like, dude, you need to fucking get your shit together. Not all adrenochrome is the same.
That's Hillary.
All
Hillary's getting the bad shit.
Your
Hillary's getting the bad
adrenochrome.
shit.
Your adrenochrome's homogenized, dog. You can't homogenize. It kills all the adrenaline.
They cut the Clintons off for sure, dude.
They're falling
Oh
apart.
no, they're
dude.
getting the bad. They're not getting the good shit. They're getting that
That's
Jack
true.
in the Box adrenochrome for sure.
Biden the Jack in the Box.
Yeah.
Biden too?
The
I
drive-through
don't, even believe, I
adrenochrome.
don't even believe that's Hillary. I don't buy one bit. That's
Are you a clone
I don't believe
person?
that's Biden. I don't believe that's Hillary. It's I look at. I'm like, that's not them, man. It doesn't look anything like
Well,
that.
Eddie has a theory that Biden is playing this game so he could get out of charges. So they think he's like,
I think he's pretending to be stupid.
he's like, I can't think for myself. I can't think. Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
I mean, that's not
I
my
don't know.
theory. I
don't know
believe
where
it, but
it's
other
going,
people have said
but
that.
it's weird. Yeah,
Other
it's
people
weird.
have
It's
said
all
that-
weird. I don't know where it's going. I don't. Sometimes I think it's out there on purpose. Like, how does nobody address how wacky this is? Like, nobody addresses the madness of this.
You
all.
think
It's just-
everything's a conspiracy? How about those guys? Like we just
Oh,
went
God.
through. We
I got
just
a
went
friend like
through
that. He's so
2
aggravating.
years of this fucking psychological operation, and you're gonna tell? That's like telling a total lie, like saying something about a total liar. A guy nobody trusts, total liar. Then he says some new shit, and then you say that's bullshit too. Like you don't believe anything he says. You think everything he says is bullshit. I'm like, yeah, that's
trust me
all he.
not.
All he does is lie. That's all he does is
Right.
lie. You're gonna believe some new shit? You think everything he says is a lie? You're stupid.
Why wouldn't you question everything? It's fucking free.
As soon as, dude, this whole fucking scamdemic, as soon as they came out and said, listen, it turns out this test we've been using to get all these fucking numbers can't tell the difference between COVID and the flu. It's over.
whoops.
It's over. It's over. That's
Oh,
it.
whoops.
Like that. How does that get past people? Like, yeah. There is no test, dog. There is no test. It's a flu test. It's been a flu test this whole time. The guy who invented the test said it doesn't work to detect viruses. It finds dead RNA. It can tell if you have a cold or a flu. It's a flu test. They've been using it for all the numbers this whole time, and you still think this shit's real? Nobody's died in the UFC. Nobody's died in the NFL.
Right.
Nobody's died in baseball. A lot of motherfuckers get COVID. They get test positive, but no one. When like Nick Chubb got fucking COVID, no one went to his parent to interview his mom and dad. Is he gonna make it?
Yeah.
Is he gonna make it? What do you go? Oh my God! Let's pray. Prayers for Nick Chubb. All anybody thought, including myself, was like, God damn, how many games is he gonna miss?
Yeah.
And then he's on TV going, I feel fine, but apparently I can't play. I feel good, but I guess I'll have to wait 2 weeks.
It's crazy, dude. They started not. Imagine if they said everybody went like just a cough. They announced on Sports Center.
Yeah.
They were coughing.
Yeah.
Oh man, AJ Johnson was seen coughing the other day. He has a cough. Who knows how many games he'll be out?
Yeah.
So I guess the end game is one day none of that exists. It's all turned off. It's all unplugged. And I've been saying that forever. It's the only way where, unless it really turns into Vendetta, and someone takes over the airwaves and exploits everything for a week straight, the most truthful images that most people can't handle. I think that's the only way this is all going to change, is when it's and we're not going to get everyone. You're going to have people that are still. You got to remember what we've been programmed in life since we're born. It's worse than heroin. People still need it. It's more addicting than people need to be like, what's going on and what's going on, because they've been indoctrinated and there's nothing they could do about it. So the end game is you can only wake up so many people. You can only project love now. You can spread all the hate we want. You can't. It's not working. You got to go for the people that are lost. Let's pray to God they'll find it one day. But in the meantime, warriors like yourself and people that can think, we have to just press on and just be aware of what's going on and prep as they continue to bring this evil. And it's all we got is tell people and just keep spreading it. I mean, like that Disney thing I showed you. You know how many people never saw that clip and now they'll go, oh, that is kind of weird. I guess that is kind of weird. Yeah, I guess it is kind of weird that we can't get to the moon anymore, but we're going to Mars. But it's going to take so much time. But I don't know. I don't know what the end game is, but I will say this. I enjoy talking about it.
And the one thing too is people want to go back to normal and all that shit.
It's not gonna happen.
But we needed this shit. We have to go through this shit.
Yes,
and however it ends up, you know what? The alternative was it didn't get exposed and we didn't go through this and we'd be still living in the fucking Matrix. Because anytime I see images from the 90s or shit going on in the 90s or the 2000s, I look at that as, oh, look, when everybody was under a trance. You know, look, everybody was under a trend.
Yes.
So we have to, I'm looking at this. I hated it too. I'm like, damn, I don't want to wear masks. Damn, I don't want to have to fuck the vaccine passports. But now I look at it as a blessing in disguise because it's done a lot of good. I mean, it's made me way closer to the people that I love the most. It's made me way closer to them. Way closer, including my wife. We never exchanged conspiracy theory links before. Now we do. Now she's all about it. She goes, oh my God. She thought I was half crazy before, you know? And now she's like, damn, you were right. So we're tighter than ever. And all my students at my school, we're fucking tight. We play after we do jujitsu. I got a studio set up at my jujitsu school. I got a piano, guitars. And after we train at night, we fucking pour a little drinky poo, smoke a little weed, and we jam. And we fucking make comedy fucking COVID songs. And
I've been there.
Yeah. We do that. We do that all the goddamn time. I would have never done that. The songs would have never been written. We would never be I would never be jamming with my students if it wasn't for this fucking scamdemic. So there's a lot of, we have to go through this shit. And I hope it ends well. But if it doesn't, we were fucked anyways, man. Because if we would have just stayed like we were in the 2000s where everybody thought Obama was like, oh, he's the savior. Like, Jesus goddamn Christ. We had to end this because we were going right towards full blown China. We were becoming China, and I don't know what I don't know what to think about anything anymore. I was, I never trusted Republicans or Democrats. Once 9/11 hit, I was like, look at the Bushes. They're Republican. Those are those are the lead demons. The Bushes are the lead demons. And then you have Clinton. I was balls deep in Clinton and the Clinton body count and all that. I'm like, the Democrat, like I had no faith in the government at all. All I was into is studying the Clintons, studying the Bushes, studying 9/11. I was not paying attention to everyday political life. I didn't know who my fucking governor was, like before all this bullshit. I didn't know Newsom was the governor. I had no idea who our mayor was. I wasn't paying attention because I didn't have faith in any of it. I thought they were all criminals, right? And then here comes Trump. I never paid attention to Trump at all. Trump was, I never even seen his fucking let's make a deal show or whatever the fuck that was. I never seen that shit. All I knew about Trump, rich billionaire dude, banged a lot of models, and he was good friends with Mike Tyson, always put him on in the Trump Taj Mahal. Didn't know him at all. All I know is people were saying, dude, our government's so fucked. Trump is fucking getting all sorts of ratings. I'm like, I told you guys, it's all fucked. I told you. And then Joe would say, dude, Trump is fucking gonna win the Republican nomination. I'm like, I told you, dude, I didn't know nothing about Trump. I go, and he goes, oh, he's fucking racist too. I go, he probably is. I don't know. Not paying attention. Oh, dude, he hates Mexicans. I'm like, fuck that dude, Wasn't paying attention. And then, dude, it's between Trump and Hillary. I go, dude, Hillary's gonna win. I saw that shit. Of course they're gonna put Hillary in. Of course they are. I balls deep in the history of the Clintons. Shit, when the Mena, Arkansas, all the cocaine trade, all that shit. I was obsessed with that shit. I go, of course they're gonna put Hillary in. She's the fucking queen, fucking satanic witch, of course. And then I'm like, oh yeah, that's why she's running with Trump. Hillary's gonna win. And Trump talking a lot of shit. I can't believe it. I go, dude, it's a circus now, right? It's a circus. I told you it's a circus. And then I heard Trump start saying, calling CNN fake news. And I go, what is he saying? He's saying CNN fake news? Trump? Really? Huh. Let me look into Trump. What did he say? Okay, what did he say about Mexicans? I go, yeah, dude, he's racist. He fucking hates. He calls them criminals and animals. I go, really? Shit. Show me that video. Where's the clip? Who has the link? Right. Anybody got the link? Let me see the link. And then you go, oh my God. That's why he's calling CNN fake news, because they edited that clip. He was talking about criminals and animals coming through the border. He wasn't saying that Mexicans were. No. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, people believe Trump said Mexicans are animals and criminals. If he really said that dude would have no votes. Even racists wouldn't even fucking vote for that dude. Right. So I'm like, how are people saying this? My whole family, I got a big Mexican family. They're like, fuck Trump. They're on Instagram, fuck Trump. And I looked into it, I'm like, dude, they edited this shit. This is bull. So then I'm like, damn, CNN's really going after him. I go, damn, what is he saying? And then I don't know if he's a trick or not. It could be good cop, bad cop, but I like what he was saying. I'm like, oh, he's an outsider. He's not part of he's not a politician. Oh shit, is there a chance that what he's saying is true? What is he saying? Right. Everything that he says, I'm like, I don't have any problem with that. He's totally pro First Amendment. I like First Amendment. Fuck yeah. The left is against it. Why are you against it, dog? What? They're against Second Amendment. They're all talking about gun control. Like, fuck that. I want my guns, dog. Fuck that. I know what the government's about. We need our fucking guns. And I'm like, you know what? Trump's pro-gun, pro-fucking First Amendment. He wants to build a wall. Yeah, you want to build I want immigrants to come in, but goddamn, you got to vet them. You can't just let everybody walk in. Try going to fucking Canada. Try going to Canada. Try going to Japan. You want to live in Japan? Go over there. Right. You see how hard it is. So, yeah, you got to vet motherfuckers. You just can't have an open border. I agree with that shit. Vet these motherfuckers. You got a woman escaping from poverty and she's got children. Bring that bitch in. I love it. Right. But you got criminals trying to sneak in and pretend they're child trafficking and all these drugs are coming through and all this human trafficking. I'm like, yeah, it's a good idea to probably vet these people, make a border, I guess, go to Canada, see how hard it is. And then, so little by little, I'm like, I'm not a Republican. Never voted in my life, never registered. But damn, I like what they're saying. They're like, anti-mask. I'm anti-mask. I'm anti all that bullshit. They're anti-vaccine passport. Texas, damn. Texas look good. Florida, damn. I went to Tampa, checked it out. I'm like, I might live in this motherfucker. So I'm not Republican. I'm not registered at any kind of voting ever. Never voted for Trump, but I like what he was saying, and I'm like, if he's saying if he's not full of shit, if he ain't playing good cop, bad cop, He could be. I don't know. I don't know who to believe. But if he's legit, that's the greatest president of all time. If he's legit, he could be faking it. He could be faking it. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I will say this. I gotta go. However, everything you just said, everything is to the T what I went through. Literally, I sat there and I went, Jesus Christ, it's professional wrestling. Of course Hillary's going to win. And the minute, I had some friends going, dude, he ain't like the others. Like he you can't buy him, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah. And then once he won, I saw how hard they went after him. And the first thing I really saw was you said the Mexicans. I'm like, he didn't say that. No, the first thing they said is they made fun of a special needs guy. And if you watch it, he's not making, he's like, oh, and then he was like, that's the way I describe everyone. I'm like, okay. Yeah. So, and then it was the racist, like he approved of white supremacy, where he clearly didn't say that. They were like, oh, like he said inject bleach. My mind was blown. The stupidity and the lack of knowledge of people that buy that hook, line, and sinker without watching the entire clip. But that's how powerful. And just like you said, Eddie, if he was the real deal, greatest in history. I don't know if he's good cop, bad cop, but boy, I can use a mean tweet right now.
Hell yeah.
I got to rock and roll, man. Can I come back? Can I come back?
Hell yeah. Hey, we should do a comedy show together, dude. We're doing something fucking big, dude. Let's do it.
You tell me. And I haven't been to California in a while.
No, we'll go anywhere. Where do you live? Florida?
Will you fly to LA, bro?
I'm in Florida.
You're in Florida?
If it's with you guys, I would. If it's with you guys, I would.
You want to do the Comedy Store main room May 4th? Is it possible?
Comedy
I have
Store.
to look into that. May 4th. Hold on a second.
Look at your face.
I think I got a gig, man.
All right, we'll figure it out, bro. We'll make it happen.
It lands
We'll
on
make
Wednesday.
it happen. Let's connect that to this.
Let's do a pay-per-view, bro. Let's do a live show where we just talk shit on stage, no stand-up, just the three of us.
Let's fucking do
I
it.
like that.
We'll do a pay-per-view. We'll
Let's fucking do it.
All right,
And
man.
right now, all I can do is sit and tell stories. I can't hop around this day.
All right, dude.
So,
Hell yeah.
Jim, it
Thanks
was
for
great.
having me. You guys
I
were a
appreciate you, dude. And, you know, I want to talk to you about Rockfin sometime. I know you got jammed, but we'll talk about that. Get you on
Let's
there
do
and
it
join
all.
all the savages over there. Jim, thanks one more time. Where can they find you and what is your
just
podcast?
go to jimbrewer.com. You'll find me.
All right, man. Thank you so much, Jim. It was a
Later,
pleasure.
guys.
Great
Thank you.
podcast.
Eddie, have a good one.
Thank
Take
you, man. I
care.
appreciate it.
Dude, that was a fun show, man.
He's awesome, man.
That was a good show.
We got a couple shows coming up. Let's knock that out.
Yeah, let's keep going. We're gonna wrap it up, but let's wrap it up. But I want to. Yeah, no, we're not ending the show, dude. I
We're
just want to go
live.
into. We're live.
We're live.
Hey, that was fun, huh? Did we scare him? I feel like we were just going so hard in the paint, but
Dude, he's all on board, dude.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
all on board. As soon as he said the moon landings were hoaxed, I'm like, oh, dude, he's fully awake.
So we have April 8th.
This Friday.
El
Paso.
We are in El Paso. We got two shows, stand up and then Swarm Tank. Swarm Tank, for you that may not know, we sit there and we answer all your questions live on stage. And then April 9th, we are in Corpus Christi, and that is 8 p.m. Two shows there as well. Fast forward to the end of the month. Okay, we'll go, but we're also keep going. We're in with okay, we lost you. We're in April.
Chicago.
We're in Chicago, April
There it is.
29th, I believe.
April
yes.
29th.
And then the following night, we are all in Texas at Float Fest.
Float Fest. And what's that? April 30th? Float
April
Fest in
30th,
Dallas.
April 30th.
Dallas, Texas.
I think it's just outside of Austin.
Oh, shit. It's outside of Austin?
Just outside of Austin.
Did we get flights for that yet?
Yeah, I think we do have
Damn.
flights.
We should stay an extra day and do the Alex Jones show.
I ain't afraid.
Hell yeah.
I ain't
Let's do it.
afraid. We'll figure that all out. But hey, man, it was a great show. I'm blessed to have you two shows in a row.
Hell yeah.
When's the first episode of Look Into It drop?
Well, we just finished putting the studio together. We had to get, we had shitty internet in there, so we had to get it hardwired.
Is this where
It
your
took a while.
jiu-jitsu center is?
No. I got a different studio. It's my music studio.
I love that little trailer, by the way, that they put together.
Yeah,
was
that
sick.
Hibbler did that.
Yeah,
Hibbler,
that was great. Good job,
Hibbler,
Hibbler.
I got to
Hibbler.
change Hibbler's.
Alex Jones loves him, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Loves
Yeah.
that dude.
Yeah. So basically, the studio just got finished. So we're gonna get rolling over the next
Eddie,
couple.
you're going
weeks.
to do great things in this podcast world. You're such podcast gold.
I hope so. I hope it's entertaining. I want to do, I don't want to just do conspiracy theories. It's going to be look into it, but it's going to be conspiracy theories, but I don't want to annoy people and beat them over the head with like flat earth all day. You know what I mean? And, George Bush and shit. So there's going to be a lot of music, man. Cause my 3 loves in life are music, jiu-jitsu, and conspiracy theories. It's going to be a mix of all that. We're going to look into some music. I'm going to do my best to turn people on to my favorite songs that went under the radar that no one's really heard before. But I DJ'd at strip clubs so long that I had access to all these songs that I would never had time to find, because there's 8 hours a day just fucking playing music. I would always catalog the best shit.
Because the girls know the best shit. The girls come in with the hot shit.
Girls, there's some girls that have high level taste in music and they like to get naked on stage. You know what I mean?
Nothing wrong with that.
I got a playlist, dude, that I collected, that I cataloged. I'm gonna do a song every episode. I'm gonna try. I don't know. This is just in my head. Maybe it won't even happen. Maybe I'll forget and just do like Joe Rogan and just go freestyle. But I'm gonna try to turn people on to awesome music that I discovered were not hits, but they should have been. And also jiu-jitsu, we're going to be talking about MMA, jiu-jitsu, UFC. I want to get red-pilled UFC fighters, red-pilled jiu-jitsu players, red-pilled rock stars on the show, red-pilled comedians like Jim Brewer and yourself, all that shit. I want to preach to the choir. I don't really want to battle people. That's why when I heard about Rockfin, I was like, oh, cool. It's just going to be people that are on my same frequency. I just want to deal with people that are on my same frequency. When people talk shit in anywhere like YouTube or Instagram, you're fucking gone. Like if you say anything that shows that you're not on my frequency and you're not my fan, you're just following me to talk shit, boom, you're gone. I never want to hear from you ever again. I only want to deal with people that are on the same frequency. I tried for many years to wake fucking people up. If you ain't woken up by now, if you're not awake, you're fucking gone, dog. Good luck. I hope you figure it out on your own, because obviously what I said, it isn't clicking. So I'm done with fucking arguing with people. If you're on the fence, I want to talk to you. If you're on the fence and you got questions and you have an open mind and you're not trying to win a debate, you're just trying to get information on a scam. Like if someone said, dude, that shit you're getting into, that company got fucking some lawsuits and some scams going on. The smart thing would be for you to say, tell me about that shit. What did they say? What happened? Dumb thing would be, dude, no way. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. They're not. I'm like, dude, they're involved in some heavy scams, dog. No, I don't believe it. They're nice guys. I talked to them. I'm like, dude, okay. That would be a retarded thing to do, right? Yeah. The smart thing would be like, what did they do? Tell me. Who said that? Really? Oh, shit. Okay. I'll look into it.
It's crazy. I wish we could have asked Jim Brewer what he was, because he was getting into some shit about World War II. He's like, what can I look into? Why can't I go? I want to be like, what are you talking about?
You know what it is.
Dude, I don't trust any history, man. And there's some history, if you fucking mention it, they're going to come after you like, Jesus
I would
Christ.
love to know what he thought about Tataria.
Yeah. Oh, let's see dude, Tataria is the shit. I love
Dude, that's
that
my shit.
Yeah.
That's my new shit. It gives me hope. It gives me everything, man. And I just feel like, I know there's a lot of people that are just, especially in the conspiracy community, are like super like it's all going to shit. I don't think it is, dude. I think they took their shot, and it's just you can't get the planet, whatever you want to call it, the plane, the planet, whatever, to all move as one. You took your shot, and I think you missed. And you got a lot of people to take that vaccine, and maybe we'll see a lot of deaths. But dude, this fucking people are waking up to them trying to get us all on digital passports. I think people are waking up on that. They have to fucking try to pass those super quiet. As soon as they do that, somebody talks about it just everywhere on the internet. Spiritually, they're not bigger than the universe, and I just think we're winning. And I think people are waking up, dude. Everywhere I turn now, people are talking about Vanguard BlackRock.
Yeah.
We were one of the first ones to talk about that.
And then school boards, like getting involved in the school boards and the critical race theory. And like people are going, they're exposed now, like, oh shit, they got this shit in the schools?
Yeah.
Like all this shit needed to happen. Everybody lost faith in Trump when Biden cheated and won, right? So everyone's like, okay, Trump was a sham. He was not legit. But when now you look back and like, damn, he had to lose. He had to. We had to live through the demons running shit so that everyone can see and so that everybody who's following them now, they're all being exposed. I don't know if it's going to work, but the one thing's for sure, just like you said, all the levels are exposed now. Sports organizations,
100%,
Hollywood,
dude.
TV, the media, local government, your mayor. Mayors are fucking huge now. No one paid attention to mayors.
Yeah, I totally agree.
To me, a mayor was like a symbolic thing. Like, oh, mayor, what kind of power does that guy? That guy don't have any fucking power. Mayor got some fucking power. And you know who has the most power? Governors. Who would have thought? Governor got all the power. And more power than the president. Governor could say, fuck you, I'm going to do my own shit. Damn, you better pay attention
I'm
to
telling you,
your
man.
governors.
People are woke up, and I don't even care what Trump is, okay? Because, Trump was like, you should take the vaccine. Everyone pushed back on that. Even if Trump came out and just flipped it on, it wouldn't matter, dude. It's blood in the water. Everybody sees what's going on. I've always said that, dude. Like, people woke up, man. They're not looking for anybody to save them. They're saving themselves, man, more than ever. Dude, you're seeing people like San Francisco kicked off 3 school board members in San Francisco, bro.
Yep.
Right? I mean, people are fucking over this.
Mama bears are fucking powerful.
Well, look what's on.
You got a bunch of
what's on
mama
TV.
bears together. When you're talking about your children, that's why they want to separate children. They have all these operations to separate the children from the family.
Yeah.
They want to separate them because if they're tight, you're willing to die for each other. They want people that don't have other people they would die for.
Yeah.
That's how you control people. If you don't have anybody that you would die for, like when you have a kid, you're like automatically the second they're born, that little creature has no idea who mommy and daddy is, but all she knows is mommy got a tit. So the only thing a baby can do is just, that's it. A fucking baby anaconda has no mother or nothing. Baby anacondas, they hatch from their eggs, and they know how to wrap their fucking body around an animal, squeeze the life out of it, and then swallow it. Nobody showed that anaconda. It's not like baby anacondas swim along with their mother anaconda like a dolphin does or like a whale, and they learn. Like mammals, they're hanging out with their mom till they're like 3, and they're watching their mama do shit, and that's how they learn.
But even then,
Anaconda is doing the most technical, sophisticated killing shit ever, and they're on their own. How the fuck did they learn that shit? That's some spiritual shit right there, right? And a baby don't know nothing. But a baby will go like this. Where's that titty? That baby, that's all babies know, is where that titty is, right? But even though that baby don't know shit, the second it's born, if someone came up and said, you were the baby, you're like, me, motherfucker, me. You wouldn't even hesitate.
Even though it died of some.
No, you wouldn't even hesitate. Yeah. Take the baby. You'd be like, yay! Right? That's dangerous. That's not good for New World Order. That's not good. They want weak families. They want to separate the kids, get them in school, convince the women that raising kids is slavery and having a job like men. Men are so lucky to have jobs. You could have a job. You're smart. You could have a job, but you're stuck with the babies. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they separate them. Yeah. School and separate. That's what they want.
I mean, dude, I just saw this thing. They're like celebrating that like these certain amount of counties now, women make more than men. They're like, isn't that great? I'm like, why are we celebrating anybody making more than anybody?
Yeah.
But why are you happy about that? And he brought it up earlier, and everyone was rolling, and I've talked about it before. It's like women making more money than men. Like, everybody should make the same, and they really do, right? It has to do with, how much you're willing to sacrifice for your job determines how much money you make. It's the same thing in podcasting, right? The people who do it more make more money. The people who don't make as much money. It's just the way it is, right? But, man, it's like, if you look what they did to the indigenous people, you look what they did to the black community, they're now doing this to suburban America, white, middle, and lower class. Destroying the family unit, making it so men don't have any jobs, and fucking incentivizing women to make all the money. You completely destroy how it works. Now, there's times that women need to make money because dads aren't involved. Not saying they should make money. Not saying that at all. But man, talk to any indigenous person. They'll tell you they fucking put us on reservations. They killed all the buffalo, and the men had no job, and it demoralized them. Yeah. So they start doing drugs, they start fucking drinking all the time, and the spirit dies, and the family fucking... If you take a look at indigenous, dude, they took the kids from the fucking parents and sent them to schools way away, so there was they couldn't...
No connection.
I mean, you don't think they did that during COVID? Men had nowhere to go to work.
Yeah,
they stayed at home, and females still had their job. They still had to cook. They still had to teach the kids. It was the men that got hit. You're like, what the fuck am I doing in my life? I'm getting a check, and that's it. And 100%. I don't have to clean it.
Big cities. It's why he's talking about what you were talking about, being scared of nature. Big cities are free range reservations.
Yep,
it's all the same
free
thing.
range. It's the appearance of freedom,
right?
And then they get you to think that the whole world is like that city, and it's all
too many.
Like there's LA is like everywhere when the world is fucking empty. The world is empty, dude. And before I even got balls deep into all this shit, dude, when I started traveling for seminars in the early 2000s, I noticed that there was no fucking body anywhere. You'd see little city. You're up 30,000 feet. You see a city way out there, then a city way out there, and you're like, God damn. I was always thinking like, we definitely have enough room for everyone to have a fucking acre. Like we could all have some fucking land. Look at all this shit. Look at it. And then there's all these weird lines and all over, like giant lines. I'm like, what were they? What is that? Why? And then I'd look at mountains and canyons. I'm like, man, it would be so fucking awesome to see a time-elapse video of how all these mountains and these canyons were created. Can you imagine a time like 100,000 years or whatever the fuck to see like how the fuck was all these mountains and these canyons? Like, how did they happen? It's crazy shit, man. This place is empty. And they make us think it's fucking overpopulated.
Drive to Tucson and you see nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oklahoma. Fuck Tucson, Oklahoma was just fields on fields on
fields. Think about Canada, empty. Canada,
the whole top is empty.
Yeah, well, I mean, that shit's all cold, though. But the Midwest, I mean, there's just, like XG's saying, it's just fields, dude. It's just fields. The places people would want to live.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's cold. People live in cold.
Right, but most people would prefer to live in a place where you get a little
sure.
season.
But if someone said, hey, everybody's going to get 2 fucking acres, right? Everybody.
Yeah.
And mine was in fucking Saskatchewan in fucking Canada, and it was cold, I'd be happy. I'd go out there. I built a house out there.
I lost the lottery. I'm going to the cold.
Yeah, I'm going to
Some people get
Saskatchewan.
San Diego. I'm getting Saskatchewan.
I think they dropped all their COVID bullshit too.
In Canada?
In Saskatchewan.
Well, you know, man, it's just like Canada. It's like, are you going to just allow Trudeau just to go back like nothing happened?
Yeah,
that's so funny.
I talked to some Canadians this weekend. I was at ADCC Trials, big ass fucking tournament in Vegas this weekend. I just got back, and my Canadian crew was there, and I asked them, I go, do you know anybody who likes Trudeau? And they said, no. All of them.
Nobody.
They don't know anybody that likes that dude. They don't know anybody. They go, nobody. Their family, everybody hates that dude.
And so how's he keep winning? It's got to be, I think what it is one, they're probably rigged. And two is like, I'm telling you, man, Toronto is like New York, LA. And I love Toronto. I love gigging in Toronto. I love the people of Toronto. But when you get people into these big cities, they all take jobs in corporations, and then they just don't want anyone to think they're not into group think. So everybody just starts being a herd. Oh yeah, I'm a Trudeau, we all Trudeau, we love, or whatever he was doing, right? Trudeau,
hilarious.
right?
Yeah.
That's how it goes. Same thing LA, same thing New York. Like, how does the mayor of New York get away with partying the night with no mask on and then telling you to put your kids in masks when there's no science that says kids need to wear masks?
And the science, the real science, also says that they never even isolated a fucking COVID virus.
Dude, the FDA says it.
It was the flu the whole time.
Like, Eddie, you're one of the few people that you could say this to, and their heads don't lock up. I don't care how balls deep you are into the COVID thing. When you tell them that they did not isolate the COVID virus for the test, everyone's heads either just turn it off or they lock up. Because I'm totally into terrain theory, okay? Versus germ theory.
Yeah.
We just did a big show on it. I got
The fact that they're still not sure exactly how people get sick. There's still theories. Some scientists think you get sick with germ theory. Some, they go, no, it's not germ theory. We have other data that shows that this is why you get sick. And then there's other scientists and doctors go, this is probably why people get sick. You know, to me, I don't know what it is. But what that tells me is we still don't know. We still fucking don't know exactly how people get sick.
Well, what we're doing is we're listening to people who've been brainwashed by a system, which is our doctors. And I love doctors. And you can come on here. We have people like really want to push back against our terrain theory episode. You can come on here and tell us what you think. I mean, you want to debate those guys? I'll set it up. I will. But listen to me, man. They're not saying that there's not something there. Okay? They're not saying that. There's something there. Just what the medical community AMA has told you is that's a virus. What the terrain theory people say is that is an exosome, right? An exosome. Which means, so what the virus people do is like, we're going to treat the virus, which is kind of like, I can't stop shouting, right? So what am I going to do? Let's deal with me shouting. Well, the terrain people are going, why are you shouting? Let's deal with that. What causes you to shout? Not the shout. Do you understand what I'm saying?
As in some people get sick from the germ and others don't.
No.
Because that's what it is, right? Why did you do it and I didn't get sick?
No. What
people they're addressing the virus,
the symptom.
What caused the virus?
The result.
Yeah.
The virus or whatever you want to call it is the result of what your body's going through. Yeah. The terrain people are like, let's deal with what is causing that result.
Yes.
And that's the difference.
Yeah.
As in, like, if you don't have vitamin D.
Right.
Is that what you're saying? Is if it hits you differently and it didn't hit?
Vitamin D. That's why you get sick and I don't.
Yeah. So it was because there's something wrong with your terrain.
And they told you about dude, they told you about shedding. Like right there. When the pharmaceutical companies are like, yeah, if you get the vaccine, you might shed. Right there, you're like, what? And that's when I started to get, terrain theory is it? It is, I kick off you. I kick you off. My body's going through some fucking detoxing. I kick your body off on detoxing. That's why when your kids go to school, they're all just like their immune systems are all going crazy. They call them home. They kick you off. They kick your immune system off. That's what they told you. Shedding told you, in my humble opinion, and Johnny, you can tell me if I'm wrong, that told me everything. It's like when women's periods kick off together. That is shedding. That is fucking shedding, dude. Mating season in animals. That is shedding. That's what they're telling you, bro. They're telling you is like, my body kicks off your body. Your body kicks off those people.
There's another theory I heard. I forget what doctor it was. It may have been that one controversial doctor, Andrew Kaufman. Maybe. It may have been him. I don't know.
Andy Kaufman?
But that was yeah. Famous, he's like Dr. Peter McCullough or Malone. He's been on a bunch of podcasts on the Del Bigtree's show. He's the vaccine guy, but it may have been him. I don't know, but we live. Our body runs on electricity, right? And apparently, I don't know this for sure, but we're basically in a sea of electromagnetic energy. Like there's just electricity just going through everything.
Yeah.
We're in a sea of electricity. Right?
All right.
Right.
I'm listening.
That could be true. Maybe it's not true, but I believe it's true. Electricity is running us, not our muscles. Electricity runs our muscles. Our muscles don't run us.
Ether.
Yeah, like when you die, they literally you get unplugged. Like no more electricity. Boom, you don't have enough power. You don't have power.
Yeah.
Your muscles aren't doing this. As electricity is firing on the muscles, right? If you believe that, I mean, we're like this, like all the chakra, the auras, and all that's all electrical. The sun's electric. Everything's all this magnetic and electromagnetic. So this one theory was maybe there's like these clouds of like certain electromagnetic energy that runs through people or runs like through areas, and people go, dude, everyone got sick. My whole family got sick. Maybe you got hit by this electromagnetic wave that makes you cleanse your body or something. That's what sickness is. They're saying when you're sick, it's your body detoxing and cleansing, right? So I don't know what's real and what's not, with everything. But that's interesting because sometimes you get sick and your whole family gets sick, and sometimes you get sick and nobody in your family gets sick, which is weird. Sometimes
or it's a mild sickness.
Yeah, or exactly. It's like my point is the jury's still out. We don't know. We don't know exactly how people get sick. Remember they were telling us, wash your hands. It was all about washing hands, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. On the freeway signs, fucking wash your hands. Freeway signs. Those fucking, everyone's on the freeway. Everybody sees those signs, wash your hands. And then everybody in the beginning, come to our business is open now and we're fucking cleaning the goddamn tables. We clean the tables and you got the hand sanitizer. Everybody's cleaning. Now nobody does that shit. Now that shit's gone now. No one's cleaning shit.
Just like
you're washing your hands more than you. No one's washing their hands more than they ever have. People are just doing the same fucking thing. All that was bullshit.
You ever heard when Mexicans used to tell you that if you go from hot to cold, you can get sick?
Yes.
Is that terrain? Would you say no way that's terrain? Because I remember my mom yelling at my sister, "If you go outside with your hair cold, you're gonna get sick."
Yeah.
Oh, your hair wet?
Yeah, your hair wet. My bad. Yeah.
My grandma used to say that.
It could be a myth. That could be a myth, or there could be some truth to it. I don't know. That's some old Mexican shit.
That's some old, and that sounds like terrain because you're going from hot to cold.
Yeah.
So
or if you're barefoot, you get sick.
That's true. Yeah,
that could be some Illuminati shit, right? Because apparently there's people out there, a lot of people out there that they think they stare at the sun, and there's like a technique. Like at first you can't stare at the sun; it's too bright, but once you practice it, you can stare into the sun for like
Santos,
10 minutes.
Right?
Yeah. That's sun gazing, right? And then some people, the same people that believe in that, also believe that if you walk barefoot and get the electricity from
grounding, they call it.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds reasonable to me.
Well, dude, I mean, don't you just feel better when you're in contact with nature like that, when you actually are putting your feet on the ground?
Totally, but we're raised to believe that if you go barefoot and it's cold, you're going to get sick. Right?
Yeah.
Right? It's
all bullshit.
Yeah.
I believe it.
They told what is up is really down, dude.
And then the soles of your shoes are rubber.
Yeah.
Maybe that blocks the electricity from the ground, right?
100%.
We're in a sea of electricity, right? Right, the sun. It's all
ether.
electro. Like the sun isn't blowing up nuclear bombs. They get everyone to believe that the sun is just a fucking planet that's constant nuclear explosions going off. Right? Total bullshit. It's some kind of electromagnetic thing.
Okay, so since you say that, do you think that's why they create that? So when they do internet shutout, electricity shutout, it's a sun flare.
Totally.
Because they say sun flares are going to happen eventually. One day it's going to be a sun flare and it's when it explodes.
Anything that can scare people from space, asteroids, meteors, solar flares, all that's good. They're all like, yes. Solar flares, fuck yeah. Asteroids, yes. Meteors every now and then, throw in the news, mix it in, just say, oh, fucking asteroid's going to come close to Earth and fuck, it could cause cyber outages. They love that shit. Yeah. They love asteroids and meteors, all that. It's just going to scare us from space. And big government, how are you going to save us from these asteroids? What are you guys doing? Can we give you more money so that you could find some way to divert this asteroid? Yeah, we could probably do it. We're going to need $500 billion, but we could probably do it. Boom. That's what they do. Scare us with shit and then get us to pay for it. And
Well,
then-
you know what else it is? It's like, it's not even that they need the money, but by asking for all this money all the time, well, it funds black ops everywhere, right? But it also destroys the dollar. Like, and that's a big thing. They really want to destroy the American dollar, force us into their one world government money. This is all part of the plan, dude. And it's all ran by fucking BlackRock and Vanguard. Like, everyone gives BlackRock shit, and they deserve it. I guarantee you the power is Vanguard, because they don't even list who runs them, and that's all those shady motherfuckers, right?
Yeah.
Because, dude, you literally are supposed to list who your biggest...
When do you think they had that meeting, like at Davos, and say, guess what? How about we just buy everything up and own everything? Just make an offer nobody can refuse to. Everyone's getting... Dude, I know... I'm looking at the housing market.
Yeah, me too.
There's no houses available.
Yeah.
You can't buy a house.
For a decent
Do you know
price.
that?
What are you looking at?
You can't buy a house. You can't buy a house. A nice house. You can't buy a house. They're
In LA? San Diego?
In LA. They get snatched in LA. I thought everybody left. We thought the houses were going to just be available. There's nothing, dog.
My building just got bought. Yeah.
Nothing.
So I might buy these guys.
Anytime there's a house for sale, boom, it's gone. Boom. Gone. Bam. They just pull that motherfucker out. Dude,
And it's just for
Fed money.
Twilight Zone.
With
they're
Fed money.
being bought out. That is real. That's what scares me, because we're talking about, is it the Great Reset or is it the Great Awakening? And I hope it's the Great Awakening. But then the thing that makes me doubt that is, damn, I'm trying to buy a house and I can't find a house. Scary. Can't find a house.
Well, have you been to any open
want
houses,
everybody to
Brian?
run.
Have you been to any open houses?
No.
Dude,
There's not
it
they're not
is a
available.
swarm, bro. There's so many people looking at that house.
It's gone. Like, trust me, dude. We are looking every day, and there ain't shit.
Yeah, and
Are they buying this so that you have to rent forever?
Yes, that's what they
don't
want you to do.
You will own nothing.
That's what they want. They don't want you to own a car. They don't want you to own a house. They want you to rent from them, and they're going to jack up the price incredibly high. But like my cousin, he was going to buy a house in Phoenix, and the only reason he got is because the owner goes, "Who's buying the house?" They go, "Okay, we got this bank, this young family." She goes, "Sell it to the young family." And I've been talking about it on my podcast. You should do that, man. I get you want to sell your house, but like, what's better for humanity, man? Like.
And they're already giving you a decent price for it. I'm guessing that family was giving you a good price.
Find out who's buying your house and fucking sell it to a family, man. Don't sell it to a banker, because they're gonna fuck humanity out, man. And what's happening is, like, you're just allowing these banks to win because they're just using Fed funny money. Fucking 60 Minutes can suck my dick with this story they did about this Canadian company that's just buying up all the houses. I guarantee you, if you study that Canadian company, BlackRock, Vanguard, that's where they're getting all this money to buy all of this property. They're using Fed funny money, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, and I know we all love Trump. He put BlackRock in charge of Fed, man. That's the only thing I'm saying. That's why I go, dude, we don't need anybody. We're waking it up, man. We're waking up. We're fucking, like, my kids are so blessed that they're young. But, man, when they get old enough to go to school, you bet your ass I'll be at that school board meeting every fucking time. Every time.
Yeah.
Checking those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Going, what are you doing? Why? No, we don't need that. I mean, like, dude, we're comedians, right? We've had some of our friends, some of our associates be clipped, right? They're clipped by these things. One thing our friend of ours got clipped for was grooming. Oh, he was grooming these girls. Turns out all of them were overage. Yeah. 2 of them lied. They've doctored their evidence. One admitted, the one's like, I know my truth, right?
Yeah.
So he gets accused of grooming, which he wasn't, right? But I'm not saying everybody's perfect. How is a teacher talking to kindergartners about his gay sex life not grooming? How's that not grooming?
Yeah.
That's 100%. We have a problem with teachers having sex with students. How is this acceptable?
Well, it's not even that it's a gay person. They shouldn't be talking about sex at all. Like
No,
I shouldn't
anybody,
hear.
yeah.
I shouldn't hear about like, oh, me
Dude,
and my wife got boned last. I don't want to hear nothing.
Straight people molest children
Yeah.
too. Nobody's sitting there and saying that, but they weaponize it by saying no gay. So then all these blue checkmark idiots, I'm not gonna play there. Go fuck yourself. I'm so sick and tired of being told, especially by females in Hollywood, about male toxicity, right? And then there's silence when fucking teachers want to talk about sex with kids who are in kindergartner, who's our kindergarten of 3rd grade. And it's from a guy that was way super sexually active too early, and it fucked my life. I'm like, dude, it's not good. It's not good at all. It's not smart. I don't know anybody that isn't a fucking creeper that thinks it's okay to talk to kids about sex.
Well, you posted it with Jada Smith with her grandma teaching her how to finger bang
Yeah,
herself. I'm
and
like,
look how
what? Yeah, look how fucked up
she
they are.
is.
Yeah,
She's bragging that her mother taught her how to finger blast herself.
her grandma.
At what age?
At 8.
8
Oh,
years old.
shit.
She was like, yeah, because men don't have. You don't
Jada
need
Pinkett or Willow?
Jada. And then Willow was there.
Yeah.
This is real?
And the
Yeah,
and
there's a video of it.
And the daughter's there too, as in like, look, grandma taught me how to finger bang, so now you can learn how to finger bang yourself. You don't need men to do it.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Oh, shit. There it is. In Us. And her grandma's on the show talking
No,
about
that's,
three of them.
That's
It's-
her
My
mother.
grandmother taught me
That's her
about
mom.
self-pleasuring because she wanted me to know that that pleasure was from me.
Exactly.
She didn't want me to fall into the hands of a man, and if he gave me pleasure, to think that that was him. And she taught me at
She's like,
9.
you see her? She's like,
Right?
Yeah.
At 9.
I had none of that. I had none of what Jada had. You know, her teaching to
totally
me
normal.
was boys are dirty. Don't let them put their tongues in your mouth. And
Surely not their penises.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything was from a very negative
And so
point
that-
of view to scare me, to
Deter and so you were
Right.
probably afraid.
Yeah.
We as women have been trained that women aren't supposed to enjoy sex. Sex is not for women. Sex
Right.
is for
Who the
men.
fuck is
Pleasure
saying
is for
that?
men.
Stop.
And
I mean,
honestly,
like,
I think
what
that's why
year
some.
are you from?
Right.
What year are you from? It's like they represent this. They have everything in the world, so they need to find something to cry about oppression. That's it. They have everything in the world. This girl has lived and like I have nothing against her. Like she's done nothing to me. I don't wish her anything other than
Crimes
happiness.
against fashion, I would say. Yeah, that's it.
Right? But it's like to sit there and act like this is like you're a second class citizen is so incredibly disrespectful to people who really had to go through something.
Yeah.
If there's at some point you have to go, I kind of have it good.
No, and then look at
Like
the
when
title.
Tim Dillon was talking to Whitney Cummings, she's like, I have to be twice as funny to everybody. Whitney, you know that's not true.
Yeah, okay, but then
How many zeros do you need in your bank account before you go, hey man, I got pretty good, right? And how many times do you have to do a comedy show? And like, let's face it, this girl's been shoehorned in because we got to have a girl, and it's the speed bump in the show. I always hear this at the Comedy Store lineup. Oh man, we need more diversity. Where are you going to put them? And it's what fucking they did before the fucking COVID. They made the end of the show the diversity area so people couldn't cry. And they ruined what was so great about the end of the show, which was the Savages, Brody Stevens, Brian Holtzman, myself, Don Barris, fucking Ryan O'Neal. Those are where the fucking Savages go. But they flipped it. They made diversity because you can't just put anybody in that lineup. And now you got people cry. I got to be twice as hard. You literally don't have to be twice as good. You have to be functional.
Yeah.
And you're crying about, at some point, if you have a certain amount of zeros in your bank account, you can't cry about how hard it is to be you. And the fact that you sit there and you're bragging that your grandma taught you to finger blast.
Did you read what it said at the end? It said she orgasms 5 times a day after her mom taught her how to finger blast herself. But men, have you noticed when men talk about jacking off, how down a pound it's looked on? Like, oh, what a dirty motherfucker.
comment.
Yeah.
She's 17 in that video, by the way. Willow is sitting there talking about that shit.
Yeah, with her grandma. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, how's that okay? It's like, it's just That's why I'm out, dude. Like, and I love that Will Smith stepped down, but Jada Pinkett, she'll be there every year at the Oscars. Like, has to stay at home because he can't go. And she's just like, yep, going to the Oscars, gonna have a good time. Hopefully I win some. You know? And it's just...
Dude, movies coming out now. Nobody is paying attention to. Remember when it was all about what they put up on them billboards and shit? Remember how important that was? And the previews before the movie. Everyone's like, everybody says, I go to the movies just for the previews, just for the trailers. And no one gives a shit about that no more. Like, going to the movies. The only time I go to the movies now is to see kid shit, like cartoon stuff with my kid. That's it. That's the only time. Funny? That's the only time I go to the movies. And I got to sit there and just analyze, like, how are they trying to fuck with my kid here? You know what I mean?
John Lovitz was talking about how he just shot a movie, and he goes, it means nothing anymore. It means nothing. We had a debate, man. Like, how would you get, like, you have Fluffy, right? The comedian is playing Dodger Stadium twice. He sold it out the first time. He's doing a second night. Dodger Stadium.
It's incredible.
How awesome is that? I watched that kid like when he first came to sing getting standing O's at the Ha Ha.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a huge Fluffy fan, dude. You know? But dude, tell me what movie star could sell out Dodger Stadium 2 nights.
Yeah.
Doing what?
Yeah.
We talked about this before, but
They can't doing what? Depends.
who? What? Name me what you think a movie star could sell out 2 Dodger Stadiums.
Any of the fucking
Name me.
I don't know.
Who?
Benny Hill.
Benny Hill. The Rock. Okay, The Rock.
Lifting? You gonna watch them lift for 2 hours?
Yeah, but that's not a fair comparison because movie stars don't do live events. I mean, that's not their profession.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I do think there was a time where like Clint Eastwood could have fucking.
Well, no, but he does. He does it in movie. He did it in movie theaters. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people went to movie theaters to see him. They're just all in different places.
Right. But I do think there's a time that like fucking who was Smokey and the Bandit? What's his
Burt
name?
Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds could have fucking done something.
No, actors just don't do that. But what your point is if you can sell out Dodger Stadium 2 nights, that's way more power than an actor.
100%.
You could put fucking that many asses in seats. You got way more power. People love you more than these fucking actors. No one's into these actors.
Well, no, I tell you what's bigger than all of that is what
Guns N' Roses.
I'm like these live comedy shows that get put into theaters, and then you got who what's his name, the short black guy, the comedian
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. Yeah, I mean what he does now, that's more impressive than anything. He
does both.
Yeah, he does both. I mean he's got millions of people watching him. When that shit
I mean
comes up.
he's like nothing we've seen before. There's like only a handful of him.
Is he the biggest comedian of all time? As far as asses and seats?
Probably. I mean,
Kevin
does
Hart?
Dave Chappelle do what Kevin Hart does in movies? Has we ever seen anybody be both? I mean,
I still think it's Fluffy.
Eddie Griffin was on that way, but Eddie Murphy could have done that, but he stopped doing stand up.
Yeah. And I still think it's Fluffy. Fluffy does stand up all year round. Kevin Hart's doing movies, selling things. If you're talking about who's put more seats,
I still think
it's
Kevin
Fluffy.
Hart's bigger than Fluffy.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
But because of the movie aspect.
No, I'm talking about seat-wise. I'm talking about
live
seat-wise.
means more. Getting people to come out live to see you live means you like the person more than you go to a movie. You don't give a fuck about these actors. You're just there for the movie. You're there to kill a couple hours.
Unless the
I'll go
movie
see
is
it.
you, though.
I'll
Unless the movie's just your
I'll go
show.
see a movie, a bullshit movie, just to kill time. Doesn't mean I would go see them live. You know, that's a different kind of love.
So the question is, do you think Rogan could sell out Dodger Stadium?
Fuck yeah. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Easy.
I would say probably.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
That'd be interesting.
But I think
if it was
that
like a one night stand, absolutely.
Well, he's done Madison Square Garden, right?
Yeah, but
that's
Dodger Stadium
is like
bigger than
60,000
that.
though, right?
Yeah.
I think Madison Square's was like 10,000.
I think if I think he could definitely do it. I know that Sebastian just played the Forum.
I mean, and then what's the setup though
Bill
at Dodger
Burr's doing the
Stadium?
Forum.
What's the setup at Dodger Stadium though? I mean, I'm sure they block out the outfield, right? Probably.
Well, I'm sure it's probably like when AC/DC was there, right? Home plate is a stadium, or they're like they have to pick a corner.
Yeah. So it's probably not full capacity, right? It's not 60.
Yeah, well, you had the people behind the stage, right? But then you make up for that with the people who are
unless
on the
you
ground.
did it in the round. You could do it in the round, but God, the people would be so far away from you if you did it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, is this for fluffies? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Dude.
I mean, you can buy tickets to. Looks
Where's
like
the stage
everywhere.
at? The stage is in the outfield. Oh, it's in
Stage
the
is right there. It's in
outfield.
the outfield.
Oh.
Like, remember when the three
Oh,
tenors,
yeah,
the
yeah.
three tenors did Dodger Stadium?
So I'd say that's 45,000.
Yeah, shit. Look, they put people.
No, because you know what? They could put people on the floor, so that's different. That makes up big time for that outfield shit.
Look at that.
Cheapest ticket, $173.
Dude, are you kidding me?
Damn.
Are you fucking kidding? That's like Depeche Mode at the Rose Bowl in 1989.
Yo, cheapest ticket, $173.
He is so good,
Killing it.
dude.
God damn.
Like,
dude.
but he was killing it way back in the day, dude. He's been
Luke
killing
Bryan,
it
of course, that fool
for
sold that out.
25 He's been killing it for 25 years. Like, I mean, dude, he can go anywhere in the world and fucking crush it.
And he's super clean too. Isn't that crazy?
I love him.
That same
dude.
thing with
I
Kevin
don't
Hart.
think-
They're both super clean. I don't think they don't ever cuss, right?
Is Kevin Hart clean? Really? I didn't know that.
Fluffy doesn't
I
cuss at
think
all.
he needs a little bit of back and forth, but not like super.
Maybe he says shit every now and then.
Yeah,
Fluffy
I mean-
don't fuck around. He don't even cuss at
don't
all.
need
He
to.
keeps it
Super
kid.
That's
Kid
how you
friendly,
blow up,
kid
dude.
friendly.
That's how you blow up.
That's how you blow up.
Yeah.
You can bring your kids.
You want to watch Blow Up? Come to El Paso this weekend. Come to Corpus Christi. Dude, I think we should get Brewer to do a pay-per-view event.
Hell yeah. Let's do that shit.
I think we
Let's
should
do
go
it.
find him in Florida because we're doing Florida.
We're doing Jacksonville.
We should see if he can come hang out with
We
us.
haven't booked a second date on that, right?
Yeah, let's see what. Maybe we can see if he has anywhere he thinks would be great.
Hell yeah.
And
Let's
try
do
to
it.
just do one blowout pay-per-view event, see how big we can go.
Let's try it.
All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoy. I mean, dude, I feel like we spoiled you like these last 2 nights. I mean, like, hey, dude, we're going to have to do a show after this. But the show's been killing it, bro. Like, our numbers are like fucking great, bro. So we're very blessed. I love you very much, Eddie Bravo.
I love you too,
It's
man.
always a pleasure
Hell
to
yeah.
fucking perform and
Hell
talk and chop it up with you. And thank you for everything you do for me. And I love you guys very much. Thank you, Xavier. Thank you, Johnny. One more time, you can find Eddie Bravo on Rockfin at rockfin.com/Eddie Bravo. And yeah, man, check him out. Dude, I'm telling you, it's going to be insanity. Look at that, dude. Look how many fucking followers he already has.
What do I got? I haven't even checked.
1,768.
1,000?
Yeah.
That's a lot?
Yeah, I mean, well, dude,
You haven't even released anything. It's a trailer.
I haven't even been to Rockfin.
Yeah.
You ask us, that's a lot.
They got my profile. I haven't even been on it yet.
Yeah, dude. Well, they're excited about you.
So on my profile, they got the trailer playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But it says 4 days ago it started. You already have almost 2,000 subscribers.
Nice.
There's, so it's going to be great. I hope you guys support us. Go to samtripoli.com. Grab your tickets. We love you very much. Hope you guys enjoyed the show because I know I did. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.
We go deep, homeboy. Aaron, open your mind. Drink from the fountain of knowledge. There's lizard people everywhere. That's some interdimensional shit. Wake up, Aaron.
This is only the beginning.
Dude, you just blew my mind. Tinfoil hack.